Good morning everybody, I'm Steve and this is Greenside Up, and today I'm going to take you and let you have a look at this hedge at the back that I've got. I got a comment yesterday where somebody was a little bit annoyed, or seemingly annoyed, about us hacking trees down. I was a little bit generalistic in my terms of use when I was making the video. It's an old hedge, it's overgrown and it needs maintenance, and that's what we're going to do. But I'm going to shoot some film out there so that I can explain it and you can see clearly what I'm doing. It's for the good of the hedge as it stands, and well, that will explain it when we go out there and do it. Also, putting some more plants in here now. I'm just potting stuff on. I must have close to 400 plants in here now already, and I've only just really started. So this bench will be full in a week, 10 days hopefully, so we'll just keep going on that. Hi everyone, I thought I would just provide some supplemental information about this hedge thing I've got going on at the back. There was one user rightfully annoyed with the fact that we would be hacking trees down. Well, we're not, we're trimming a hedge. That's the extent of it. It is an old wildlife hedge, and it's the same as the majority of the hedges in the area that line all our roads here in Cumbria. It's just got out of control, whereas our normal hedges here are trimmed by farmers mostly, kept under control, and the laid. They're they're much better to maintain than these. But as you can see here, we've got this great big willow here. I think it's an old black willow, but this branch, this part is dead. One part has already come down across my plot here and would have stroked my cheek where I'm stood now, which is 40 foot away from it. And here is the other part. It's going up through here. It's at a precarious angle, and I'll show you why that one's dead. We're going to have a closer look at these trees over there. So here's a bit of a closer look. You can probably just make out that all of this hedge is actually not in my plot. It's in the next tenant's over's plot. And you can see through there, you can see the metal fence on the far side. That's the far edge and extreme of Andy's plot. And all this is blocking the light. And you can see that willow stem through there that's fallen. Let's go and have a look at the trunk of that willow now. So the trunk of this willow, you can see there, is split. It's rotting and is going, and a couple of years ago this here is what fell across my plot, came down. Now that is about 15 inches thick. The rest of the trunks there, that one is getting on for 18 inches thick, and the one that's going off at a 45-degree angle is about the same, I would say, 15 inches, but they're both 60 foot long, and in high winds one if not both will come down. It's just a case of when. We've been waiting for it for 2 years to come down at least. Hasn't yet. Still got some leaf on the branch on the right, but it is on its way out, and it will come down because the prevailing wind comes from my left now, left of camera. But this has become a whole screen, this whole area, because the sun comes over my shoulder for most of the day here, and therefore Andy's plot behind it doesn't get the sunlight. So if the whole lot is taken down to a reasonable height and managed at that height, sunlight will get through, the hedge will remain, wildlife will still get their home, and that's it, job's a good one. I just thought to clarify that we're not just actually hacking away at trees, we're doing it for a reason, and for a very good reason. There we go, so we're back over to the other side of my plot now. As I say, the sun is mostly from behind me, from behind the camera all day here, and it's blocking the light into Andy's plot. All we're doing is some maintenance to allow some light into his plot and make safe that black willow in the middle there that's also going up diagonally through that hawthorn there. They need made safe. So that's it. We're not actually hacking trees down, we're just doing some crucial maintenance. Hope that clears it up. Okay, I'm going to start lifting and potting on these honesty plants today. These are flowers. Lovely blue flower in the spring, early summer. Later you get the lovely seed heads, which are great for sort of winter flower displays really. So I'll just get a whole rake of these up and then we'll go and pot them on. I mean, there's tons here. I've gone mad again as usual with my sowing still. There we go, that'll do for now I think. Right, so these are honesty. Honestly, they're got a reasonable taproot on them there. I'm just going to pot them up and then they're going to overwinter in the small tunnel on that bench I just made, the temporary bench I put up just last week. Now these have grown well in here. I'd like to have got them potted sooner, but it's the same with all gardening, isn't it? You would always like to have done something sooner than what you have done. So I'm going to pot on about somewhere between 30 and 40, and of those that make it through the winter to next spring, I'll plant them all, and half of them will be picked for spring flowers and the other half will be deliberately left so that they go to seed and you get the lovely seed head on them. I'm just trying to, there's one here I've got saved to show you what they are so that people know what they are. Now that is honesty. Honestly it is. That's honesty. It's a bit mouldy and decrepit looking. Normally they're sort of a very, very pale white, sort of an ivory colour. And it's broken as well. There you go, you just sit down in your vase, your dry flower vase over winter, and it's a nice decoration. So that's one from this year. So that's what we're growing these for. In spring you get a lovely blue flower from them. I don't know how it's best to describe it, but it's a multi-bloomed stem, so to speak. I'm not very good at descriptions on that. So yeah, they're very simple to pot on when the plants are like this, straight out of the ground, straight into pots. I'm just taking the seed leaves off some of them. You can see how very quick to do this is. So that's pretty much it really with these. A dibber gets used for lots of things. Making seed drills, putting holes in pots, testing for moisture in soil. Brilliant digit. So that's it, that's honesty. And I'll pot up, I'll do 2 trays of that, and I'll go and pop them in the little tunnel ready for next year. And yeah, I'll probably give away the rest of those plants if anybody wants them. Around here, that is. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Ta-ra now.